welcome to Live Breaking News with Buttermilk. And we've got a couple of things to go over. One is going to be, why did Jim Davis get fired from U.S. Express 4 years ago? Another thing is, why is Elite covered up like he is? You're going to see all these pictures in the next clip. And the final thing is, I seen this on another channel. How can I make $1,000 a day as a local driver? Well, stick around, my friends. Buttermilk's going to answer all these questions for you. Well, as you can see, this was 4 years ago happened, but let's go over what actually happened. The man was traveling through a zone. Sometimes you see these zones that say if workers are present, 35 miles an hour. If not, has regular speed limit. Well, he went through the speed limit assuming there were no workers present, or it was not a live work zone. It was a live work zone. They had stopped him for 2 violations, speeding and speeding in a work zone. So his company had a policy about speeding, and that's the reason he was terminated. But I want every driver to know, if you see a yellow sign, it says trucks in the left lane, get your butt in the left lane. It don't matter if it takes you an hour to get through it. Get in the left lane. Quit passing on the right-hand side, and quit passing and flying through work zones, and you won't get tickets. Simple as that. So let's move on to bigger and better things. Well, as you can see, Elite is covered up. And we have had one of the biggest winter storms I've seen in a long time. This storm, when I finally run into it at the south, was before I got to Fancy Gap. I started touching into it. And it went all the way up into Chicago and east. I think Pennsylvania is still shut down. This is Interstate 81 and all. So that's probably why Elite was covered up. I don't think he's trying to be no outlaw, should I say. All right, let's move on to our final thing of the day. Let's talk about right after this. I found this is called River City. And this is a scrapyard or auto parts for big trucks. If you need a problem, if you have any problems or needing parts, I found this place for you. You might not even see it on the internet, but there it is for you if you have parts. So let's move on to our final story of the day. A day as a local driver. Well, companies that I know of, some of them pay, if you're an owner-operator with your own truck, some of them pay $50 an hour. So do the math on that. Now, if you're running a low board, sometimes they have to move from one end of town to the other end of town. And if you can do 3 loads in a day, or maybe 4, sometimes they pay $300 a load. It can be done. It can really be done. But you have to stay on top of your game. But drivers, when y'all see these comments and stuff, do your research about load boards locally here, because see, if you didn't know and you go out and you buy a day cab, in the first 2 days you're like, I hadn't made any money. I thought we could make $1,000 a day. But you got to do your research and get hooked up with local people, and find out, one day you may be pulling for UPS. Next day you may be pulling for NFI, or you may be pulling for STI one day. You have to chase the money. You really do. And, in this business, if you think somebody's just going to lay the plan out there and you can ride that plan on out, it's not going to happen. One, you have to be a go-getter. You have to be a self-motivator every day to make that kind of money. So I hope this helps y'all out, making your decisions. And I guess somebody want to talk on the CB. It's the first time I heard somebody talk in a week. See what I mean? Hush up. Just a minute. I'm trying to do a news show here live. And it can be done, but you just have to follow the hound dog trail and put your nose to the grindstone. And I can see $1,000 a day. I mean, I don't think it'll happen every day, but I think you can do it. All right. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments. Hope y'all enjoyed this long segment of breaking news with Buttermilk. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and all. And thank y'all so much for watching. And I hope some of this stuff is useful, and I hope some of it's funny. And so stick around. Let's see what happens next, y'all.